This is why you keep becoming disappointed in people. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cut to the Chase with B. Today, by the way, welcome to the new location. This is another part of my house, but I wasn't recording here, although I love it because I didn't have a mic. But today I have a mic and I can record anywhere. But today I chose here. And I think it's fun. It's cozier, it's better, it's more professional, and it's not in my bedroom. So here we go. By the way, I painted this. This is a self-portrait which I adore. Today we're going to talk about something that is very important in our lives, being disappointed in people, getting disappointed in people. And I'm going to tell you why this matter happens. So over the past few years, I used to be a life coach. I became a life coach due to a personal experience, and I wanted to heal myself, and therapy wasn't helping me, so I decided to actually become a life coach. I read a lot of books, did a lot of deep research, and everything I had to do to be a life coach, and I learned so many lessons, but at some point it wasn't enough for me anymore and I needed a change. So I quit being a life coach, but the lessons are still with me. Today I'm going to tell you one of them, and it's the reason why people disappoint us. The real reason why people disappoint us are lying actually in us, not in them. We tend to make an idea, grow an idea, and a perception of others in our head. Then we expect people to behave according to that idea in our head. We expect them to behave, talk, react, act accordingly to our perception of them, but hello, that perception is only in our head. This is not a reality that we are following or we are seeing. So people have no idea that you have that perception of them in your head. As a result, they're going to act differently. They're going to be who they are. They're going to show you who they truly are. And you're going to be disappointed all the damn time because you're like, okay, you didn't know how to react, but he or she is like, I was myself. I reacted according to my philosophy of life and to my personality. But it's the exact opposite of your idea of them in your head, so it disappoints you. It's never about them. It's always about you and your mind and the pictures and the perceptions you have in your mind of other people. So, as time passes, people truly show you who they really are. But you won't believe them. We tend to stick to that idea of them in our head and say, okay, no, this reality is too freaking much for me, so no, this is not real. What I think is real. At some point, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up and see the reality, and the reality is far different from what you think. So, please, to prevent disappointment, to prevent being disappointed in people, believe them when they show you who they are. Believe them and accept who they are. Accept it when someone shows you that they're bad at texting, accept it. They're bad at texting. If you can handle it, if you can accept it, you don't have to talk to them anymore. But if it's important to you, you can talk to them and say, okay, texting is important to me, and the way you communicate over text is not ideal for me. Can we work it out? If you cannot, you can always leave. The door is freaking open. But you cannot change people, and you cannot expect people to behave and act in a way that you want. Because we all have holes within ourselves, and we all have blank spaces that we want to fill. And most of the time, we want other people to fill those spaces for us. And other people are not always able to do that for us. Actually, other people shouldn't do that for us, because that would be the start of an unhealthy relationship. That would be the start of an unhealthy dependency. That would be the start of an unhealthy relationship with yourself, and that would be the start of losing yourself in another person. You don't want that. You might think you want that, but deep down you don't want that, because that's scary. That's the biggest loss you can ever make. So people don't have to and shouldn't feel that void that you're feeling. You need to fill that void. And to fill that void, you shouldn't, I'm really telling you, you shouldn't put another person in that void. You can fill it with many things. You can fill it with art, you can fill it with journaling, you can fill it with books, with coffee, with walking, with exercise, with anything. But not another person. And if you want to have a really, really healthy life, you shouldn't actually fill that void with any of the external things, and you need to do the work and actually fill that void with love for yourself, because all the voids there that we have in our souls and in our minds and in our life that we're feeling are actually a lack of love. It might seem at something else, but it's lack of love. So you really, really want to love yourself instead of growing an idea of someone else to love you in a way that you need to love yourself, and then when they can meet the need that you have, you get mad at them and you become disappointed in them. Yes, you can become disappointed in people for other reasons too, but we're not talking about those reasons. Like, we're not talking about other reasons. We're exactly talking about becoming disappointed in people when they act and behave in a way that we don't approve of. While we shouldn't approve of anybody, we can accept or not. That's the only thing we can do about others' actions. So observant is the best thing you can do to get to know someone before you grow expectation, before you grow an idea of them in your head. Yes, maybe you get to know someone and it's been a year that you know this person, and you know that this person is kind. So you grow this idea of this person in your head, that this person is actually very kind. And someday they just do something so unkind and you become disappointed. That's another thing, that you actually had this idea of this person, but maybe this person is not always kind, because mistake is human and people can change at any time. So please, 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 if you really want to be happy with yourself and with your life, you need to stop expecting people to behave in a way that you like. And I know it's hard. I'm struggling with it myself too, a lot these days especially. But that's why I'm talking about this here. I know that you can get there, and I know that we can get there together. And this was my experience and my understanding of this matter. I love you guys. You are my besties, and hope to see you at the next one. This is your kiss. Subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumb up. Love you guys. Bye.